It is a beautiful day here in Concord, Massachusetts. It's going to be 80 degrees today. And we are doing a battery-powered vacuum head-to-head test. And let's walk through this. So I'll show you in a second what this is. That's pretty darn cool. But test number one happened 2 weeks ago. It took us 2 weeks to do. It's a CFM test. So here it is here. That inside there is a pitot tube. The pitot tube runs down this. So here's the pitot tube here. It runs over to here. It runs here to the pitot tube anemometer, and it feeds the laptop and our program that we run. And then what we do here is we test for CFM. And here is the master mad scientist, Jeff.
I was wondering if you knew my password or not.
Matt, just hit the keypad. Jeff, tell us a little bit about, you've been doing this for 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks. So we've been slowly making our way through all 26 vacuums. This is a CFM test. We're using a pitot tube anemometer. So we're basically measuring the pressure drop across that sensor as you go through. This is actually for HVAC techs. So you can plug in the diameter of the pipe and it'll actually put out a CFM for you, which is really, really handy. And we were doing runtime testing on this. So I would set it up, patch a vacuum.
Let it run.
And we've seen bigger ones anywhere between 25 to 40 minutes on some of them.
40 minutes on a cordless battery, huh?
It's 15, but some of them would run half an hour as well. So.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm going to show them the water tube test now. Okay, that was our first test. Second test here is called the water tube or water lift test. And here is the Festool vacuum on it. We've got colored water so you can see it. The tube runs up. I think that's 10 or 11 feet. I forget what the spec is. We followed a spec that Bosch gave us. And we have the airtight connection and a scale. We let it run for a few minutes or a minute or so we see it stabilize, and then we measure that. And so what we'll do here, guys, these are clean filtered vacuums, never used on the water chest. Then those vacuums go over here and they get to the sandbox, we call it, and they get dirty. The filters get super dirty. We are not using bags. Then they come back here again and we run them through a second time to compare them with dirty filters. So that's station number 2. We call it the water lift. And it's a pretty cool little thing. And all the water, you see how the water just drains down when it's done? And it goes straight down. Very cool. Okay, now he just bring the vacuum over to this one. Mark is setting up for a dirty test right now. Mark, we're live on YouTube. Say hi to you folks. Tell everybody what you're doing.
We're getting this test rig set up for a small vacuum test. So we finished up the mediums over here.
Small capacity, right?
Yeah, it was a 2-gallon capacity of sawdust. This is a 1-gallon capacity. We've limited the nuts and debris that we're putting into this. So for the 1-gallon test, we're doing 2 of each. So 2 nuts, 2 14 gauge, 2 12 gauge strand, and then 2 screws. For the 2-gallon test, which is our mediums, we are doing 6 of each. So 6 nuts.
2, 6, 8, right? Based on the size of the vacuum, right?
Correct.
Under the theory, our theory, that the bigger vacuums can suck up more and they have bigger hoses and yada, yada, yada. So we have 2 sandboxes set up here. And what's the mindset here? What is the process that you're following?
Just trying to scatter it amongst the square footage that we have here. So it looks like we have about 8 square feet of vacuuming that we're going to be doing. And then we want to make sure that they're consistent in what we vacuum up. So ultimately we want to vacuum each vacuum the same volume and the same number of debris pieces.
So the angle of the nozzle, and then you're going cornrows, sweeping motion cornrows, yep.
All the way to the end, it's a time feature. And then once that's all set, then we put everything in.
Awesome. Well, I'd love to see it in action. Mike, are you almost ready to go? All right, and we time this, Mark? This is timed, right? This is the Festool. I believe that's a Festool mid-size, yeah. So Mike is following the same kind of pattern, holding it at the same angle every single time, trying to be as consistent as possible. And we've tossed in a certain number of debris in here. You can see the wire nuts in there. There's a screw right there.
Yeah, the list is tough though.
That's awesome. Okay. When they're done here, they go back to here. And then they go back to the water test. Then they go over to here. So this test is testing the casters and the hose connection, see if it pulls out. We're testing it on over gravel. We're rolling it over these raised bumps here, which would simulate electrical cords and debris on the job site. Go ahead and do that, Chris. There you go. And then it goes this way as well. And then once they evaluate the casters, they connect the nozzles and they throw some debris on this carpet. They vacuum up the carpet, they vacuum up the asphalt driveway, and we have some concrete in the driveway that they check. So they're checking casters and nozzles and the hose connection. We're trying to see if the hose pulls out. It's a major pain point frustration for users with vacuums. It's a hose just disconnects. So after these guys are done, they then bring it over to Mitchell and Forrest, our dynamic duo over here. And these guys are evaluating filters, filter change. Mitchell, what else are you doing? You're doing filters, filter change?
Yeah, we're cleaning out the tank, we're cleaning the filter, we are taking pictures of everything. We are testing how long it takes to change the filter.
Yep. So you're timing the filter change, yep.
You know how to take the filter out and replace it. How long is that going to take? Is it going to be a pain in the ass? Is there something?
Yeah, is there a major pain point or what's the easiest vacuum to change the filter so far?
Right now, it's the best tool. Just has filters.
It's a drawer.
Slides out on the side.
Isn't that sweet?
It's nice. It's probably going to be a little bit more expensive than
Yeah,
some of the
yeah,
other
I
tools,
imagine,
but,
yeah.
I mean,
They have wet, dry, HEPA, yeah. And then what do you just screen it out here? Are you guys separating debris and giving it back to the guys over at the dirty test?
Exactly.
Yeah, okay. Awesome. Thank you, guys. And then once we're done here, we end up over here. A couple of my favorite guys right here. What are we doing at this station, Ben?
We're doing swivels and hoses. So how does it roll, and what's the quality of the hose, and how does it store? We're looking at attachments as well.
Excellent. What's your favorite vacuum so far?
Oh gosh, I personally
Off the top of your head. Hilti, nice vacuum. Small but nice, right? Yeah.
It goes between the backpack and the luggage style roller.
Yeah, that is pretty nice. And this is the newer pack-out vacuum.
Yeah, this is one that pops out of the base.
It's been out for a while, I think, yeah. I'm not a fan of the base, but Ben, what does the hat stand for? That's Rusty Boards. Rusty, so guys, Ben has a website called Rusty Boards. Is it just rustyboards.com? And he does some really cool stuff with metal and reclaimed wood and stuff, makes furniture, makes all kinds of cool stuff. Check out rustyboards.com. Ben's a good dude. Would love for you to check him out. And say hi if you do, so he knows you came from here. Say hi, Ilya. There we go. All right, so that is it. That's the stations for today. After that, we do ergonomics and features. We'll do that sitting down, round table style, probably tomorrow. And we'll go around the table and we'll evaluate all the features. This right here is the smaller vacuums that we'll be testing. Over here is the medium vacuums. And then we're finishing up the large vacuums here and here. So basically, you're wondering, how do you compare small, medium, and large vacuums? Well, what we're doing is we're testing them all today, but there'll be 3 different head-to-head videos. So it'll be a large capacity. We're going to base it on gallon size. So it'll be like 3 gallons and under is small, 3 to, 6, or it might be 1 to 3, 3 to 6, 6 to 8. I keep forgetting how we're doing it. But it'll be 3 different categories of vacuums based on capacity. We're also looking at wet-dry functionality and stuff like that. So that'll be testing later, not today. Guys, hope you enjoyed it. Got a sneak peek into our head-to-head. Don't forget to check out the video. It'll be out in about 2 weeks, the first video. Second video, 3 weeks. And fourth video, 1 week after that. All right, take care.